It is impossible to keep a gun away from somebody determined to get one. The most moral question you can ever ask is what works. Feeling good about a policy means nothing. Having good intentions means nothing. When it comes to social policy, the only moral question is what brings more goodness into the world. If goodness and moral are synonymous, that's what is moral. So I want to know this. I have a question when we talk about the guns such as we are right now. This was at a dorm and classrooms at Virginia Tech. The question is this, and you have two choices: controlling even more access to guns, and then the presumption is that things like this wouldn't happen or would happen less, or enabling more good people to have a concealed weapon, to have an arm, so that the chances of stopping somebody like this are thereby increased. There is, of course, a third answer, and that is you can't stop this even if people are armed. You can't stop this. There will be somebody who will get through, and now you have an idea, I guess not that you needed one, about what it is like in Baghdad. How do you stop people who are prepared, are willing, in fact desirous of dying from killing? It is almost impossible, especially if you have a theology of death. We don't have a theology of death, so people who do this do not do this for their own religious reasons. Rather, they do it for whatever reasons they do it. And I already heard at a presidential news conference the question posed, shouldn't the president impose stricter regulations on guns? This is, to me, the question is so clear to determine the answer. What will reduce the death of innocent people? That's the only question that matters to me on these matters. I have no ideology on guns. My ideology is what will be good for society. I have a very, very Norman Rockwell-esque type attitude towards social policy. What's good for my country? If stricter laws will mean that the fewer innocents will die, then I'm for stricter laws. And if more people carrying guns is better for my country, then I'm for more people carrying guns. I don't have an ideology on every issue. My ideology is what increases goodness on earth. That's my ideology. Okay? If you want to know where Dennis Prager comes from on any given issue, how I come to an answer, there you go. It's not, as they say, rocket science. And frankly, I rather have more good people with arms than more bad people with arms. Bad people will always get arms. Why is that difficult to perceive? The world is not some fairy tale. Bad people get weapons, so therefore I want good people to get weapons. That's what I felt during the Cold War when the same people who want gun reduction in America, more gun laws in America, wanted America to disarm. Oh, it's a bad thing that America has all these nuclear weapons. No, it wasn't. It was a bad thing that the Soviet Union had all those nuclear weapons. I care about the owners, and the folks on the left care about the weapons. In a nutshell, that's our difference. I want to know who the owners are, and they want to know what the weapons are. Is that clarifying? I'm okay with good people having very, 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 very powerful weapons, and I'm not okay with bad people having little weapons. But for those who don't believe there are good people and bad people, inanimate objects become the objects of moral judgment. If you don't judge people, by golly, you'll judge inanimate objects.